Right, so may pag-asa pa ba ang PSEI natin? So, end of trading day is at 5896. Okay, it's been ranging for about what 10 years now. Okay, so this is the last, no? So, okay, so as you can see, it's been ranging for quite a while. These pandemic days, and just like this for the whole half of the decade, 5 years, and on a bigger range for about 10 years. Okay, so we are here at lagpas pa nga eh, oh. So 2013 pa. We are at the level of 2013. Grabe. So this is, naalala natin this is 2016 eh. Okay, 2016, the all-time high is that 9,000. Okay? So may pag-asa pa ba yan? So probably it could still go lower. Yan. So napakaraming pwedeng mangyari. We are at a very dire spot, no? So there's inflation, lower GDP, and high interest rates, which is yun nga yung PSEI natin is mostly property sectors, no? Ang dami natin property sectors and also banks. Yan. So traditional businesses affected talaga ng interest rates yan. And from here, no, what we can do is that we wait further. So we hold with our buying power and tingnan natin kung magkakaroon ng development for the next coming month. So right now, you can still cost average with a very small amount. Pero yun nga, kung volume ka, let's take a look at the confirmation kasi baka naman, yun nga, we're gonna be here for the next 10 years. So if you are in the support area like this, medyo alanganin tayo dyan, no? So, we wait for it to somehow go here. If nandito yan, no? So, 4,000. If it's gonna go to 4,000, then pwede natin volume dyan. Pero kung nandito tayo, and with this kind of scenario, environment natin sa Philippine stocks and yung politics natin, which talagang nakakaapekto sa ating stock market. Ayan, so number one scenario, no? So ito lang, no? Ito yung mga take ko. Yung political instability, yan. And then high interest rates. Ito yung mga dahilan kung bakit bumabagsak tayo and it's still ongoing, no? Political instability, high interest rates, inflation, yan. Inflation high, and yung GDP lower, no? Lower than the previous. Okay. So these are the reasons na ongoing pa rin, no? Record high yung inflation natin at 7%. So this is actually not the lowest that it could go. And so we're still looking at the all-time high, no? Pero there should be a catalyst first. So, ibig sabihin may pagbabago muna sa mga issues na to. So it could be that we can control the inflation, then the GDP should be higher, no? Bumalik sa dati. And the high interest rates, yun nga, bumaba, no? With the war still ongoing, that would solve these problems then. And within our control is itong political instability. Ayan, so talagang medyo magulo. Yan. And nung sumabog yung flood control scandal, yun doon talaga siya nagsimula, no, bumagsak. Yan. So, okay. So, let's take a look at the stocks. Yellow Land down 3%. So, Tingnan natin. Okay, so it's been on a downtrend for quite a while. And if it's gonna go down to this pandemic level, it went below the pandemic level already. Okay? So, hindi pa tapos. So, what we can expect with the Ayala Land, they're actually rationalizing, no? Kasi they're not going to expand aggressively. And they're on a net loss. Yan, pati si SMPH. Yan. SMPH medyo may laban-laban pa, no, kasi yun talaga number one sa property sector and so, still on a pandemic level. Lower end of the channel, so possible pa yan mag-rebound ng konti. No, we're not going to expect anything good yet, no. The things that we can or the stocks that we can watch out for is itong mga rates yan. M-rate, so even though they are on property sector which is highly affected by the high interest rates, they can still give you a dividend, no? So it can still beat inflation and it can still have an upside. So we are still looking at the 14 and pinakamataas niyan is around 23. So that's aim rate. Okay, and RCR is the biggest. RCR is the biggest rates right now. Yan. So, pwede rin. How much? They're giving 5.97%. And also, again, defensive stocks like Meralco, which is a utility. So, ayaw man natin sa kanila dahil nag-overcharge sila. Pero kung mag invest tayo or maghihintay tayo for the Philippine stocks, then why not? Okay? So, it's on the support level. So, again, just like what I said before na itong itong Meralco, you should not be buying this habang nasa taas pa, you should wait. No? So just like this, you can cost average here and kung bumaba man yan, mabasag man yung 616 na yan, you wait for at least 579 and again kung mabasag niya yan, you wait for at least here 530 and you do cost average, you know. So this is something that you can buy right now on a cost average. Yan. So, kasi defensive stocks and they're giving away a big dividend. So pero next year na dividend yan. And again, Maynila, they're on an all-time high. Manila Water, those are the yan, those are the defensive stocks. Jollibee Food, which is going down, yan, nabasag niya na yung lower trend line or lower end ng channel. Yan, so this is the pandemic. Yan, pwede kayong umabang dito, no, sa pandemic level niya. If you want to participate with Jollibee. With Jollibee kasi, um, it's removed from the MSCI, no? So, yun yung number one reason why it's getting re-rated. So, ibig sabihin, hindi na siya masyadong makapansin ng mga foreign investors. The sentiment is going down because of the selling pressure, because of the removal. So, kapag ka ganyan kasi, nawawala yung hype niya, kumbaga. Yun. So, and the growth, it's still growing, expanding, but it's not materializing yet. So yun yung problem with the Jollibee Foods Corp. So it's still highly leveraged because of the expansion. Pero yun nga, once it materialize, it may go back up. Jollibee is still Jollibee and still one of the competitors of the McDonald's, no? So medyo malayo with McDonald's on a global scale pero may laban-laban in Asia. Okay? And it's acquiring, expanding global brands. And so with the banking sector, medyo mahirap sa banking sector because of the high interest rates. But if you will be venturing, I would go with Metrobank. Ayan. So medyo mataas yung upside niyan at 80, no? So ilan 'yan? 63, no? 80. So pwede na rin. Tapos meron kang dividend while waiting. Yan. So pag gumanda yung situation, you have 4.58 dividend yield while waiting, and when it goes up, it could give you still 30%. Okay, so that's just about it. The media. And if you're gonna go with telcos, you can go with Globe, no? So Globe is actually better now because of GCash. And so you can accumulate this Globe. It's a defensive stock then, no? So the all-time high is 3,500, and while waiting, you can still have 5.5 dividend yield. So you go with the defensive stocks and utilities, and PLDT, Globe, and you go with rates, no? AIM rate, RCR, C rate, and A rate. So A rate is like medyo mataas yung presyo niya, 39, no? So medyo mababa na ang dividend yield niya. But what RCR, at current price, it could still give you bigger. So around 6% pa rin. So kasi A-rate at current price, it would give you yan, 6% din. Pero hindi lang yan 6%, medyo mababa na yan. So again, Meralco, Maynilad is a good company for defensive stocks, utilities. PLDT is also good, and the rates. So those are our picks, and medyo aggressive Jollibee Foods, pero you still wait a bit. Yan, you wait for more downside. Okay, so hindi pa tapos 'yan, and we wait for a quick bounce here. So probably pag sumalo ka dito sa 91 or 85, it could still go for about 127, so it's gonna give you 10-20%. So out ka na. Yan, quick bounce lang, no? Okay, so let's take a look at UBP. It's up 5% right now. Yan, grabe, no? So something's going on here. Mababa lang dividend yield niyan, but it's a growing company. So yan, titingnan natin yan, aralin natin kung ano yung meron dyan sa UBP, and we're gonna make a video about this. Okay? And that's it for our Philippine Stock Exchange update. So thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.